Wow, Spain are in the finals of the 2026 World Cup. Hey, drama everywhere. I beg, what is that performance from France? Hey! Like, if anyone had actually told me that Spain would be in the finals, I would have said it's a lie. Because it just seemed like France are going to be the side that will want to do it again. But they're out of the World Cup. Out of the World Cup in the semi-finals. They'll probably be playing for the third or fourth place position. But should we say that Spain had one of the best performances I have seen in a very long time? That performance was equivalent to the final of the European Cup that they won, 2 years ago? I was so impressed. Spain did not even give France any chance. You see, this one, Dembele, Desiree Doué, Bakola, Olise, Michael Olise, nothing gone them. Nothing gone them. Nothing. I don't see anything from these four guys. What? I think of all through this tournament, these four guys have been the guys to hold. They've been a nightmare for defenders. And how Spain could close them completely down is still a mystery to me. Honestly, I am still surprised how Spain were able to do it. And should I give kudos to the back, God, the back four of Spain? Cucurella, Laporta, Paul Kubasi, and Pedro. Oh my God. And Pedro Porro scored the winner. Nah, you see, at this point, I think Spain is going to do the double. The last time they did it was in 2010, right? Winning the European title and then going on to win the World Cup. At this point, I honestly think they're going to do it again. I don't care who wins between England and Argentina. Because the truth is, Spain had to beat England at the European final to win that cup. So they know how to handle England. And leading up to this game, Spain had the upper hand, ahead of France. I think in the last, 4 games that they've won, I think Spain has won about 3 of them and France won. But to see them win in the manner they did tonight, now, I honestly don't think there's a better squad that can win it except Spain. You see all those ones that Argentina is playing, that they are going 3-2, 3-2 in their last, how many games? Trust me, if Spain score before either England or Argentina, they will close shop. And they have the players that can defend. I think for me tonight, the competition for man of the match will be between Marc Cucurella and Pedro Porro. Because obviously he scored the goal and he had an amazing game tonight. Cucurella, on the other hand, he completely closed up. It was 1 minute he was giving Mbappe problems. The next minute it was on Dembele. The next minute, I don't understand. How did Chelsea sell this guy to Real Madrid? How? He is so good. Oh my God. I don't think... I'm looking at the possibilities of either Argentina or England beating them in the final, because it's going to be really difficult. But let's not go ahead of ourselves, because honestly, if Argentina gets to the final, it's by the grace of God, though. By the grace of God that they will get to that final. Because this England, they play exactly like Spain. Once they score first, they close shop. That's it. You will sweat before you get a goal against them. So hopefully, Argentina doesn't make the mistake of allowing England score first. But this game tonight between France and Spain, nah, France did not get it right. The lineup could not get any better than that. And maybe, yes, they will say, oh, Saliba picked up an injury, and it was obviously, at the time he picked up the injury that they scored the second goal. But even at that, I didn't think that there was at any point that France were a threat to Spain. I didn't think they were. France broke them down. They handled them. They managed the game. They didn't give Spain any problems at all. They were able to manage that game all through. And I think just the moment, the fact that Spain scored first, and yes, let's talk about the goals, right? The first goal obviously was scored from the spot kick by Oyarzabal. And honestly, I think it was a bit harsh, to be honest. I think it was harsh. I get that Digne was trying to, his attention was on the ball, not on the player. And yes, you have to be a bit more careful when you are exactly in the 18-yard box. But if you are being real, I honestly think that was just a very harsh decision. Giving a penalty to a player who didn't directly go for the player, he was looking at the ball. Yamal came from nowhere. He came from practically nowhere, and he knew that Digne was obviously going for that ball. Yes, people, you would have said, oh, you should have been more careful, you should have thought better, and all that. But really, I still think that, yeah, it was unfair. I wouldn't say it's not a penalty, but I just think it was a bit too harsh, But then again, Spain go ahead with Oyarzabal getting it was a nice penalty. Yeah, there's no way Magnan was going to save that, right? And the second goal, obviously, from Pedro Porro. Hey, God, I don't know if I said the counter attack, but at that point, France were obviously trying to get the equalizer, and it just seemed like their attention was them getting the equalizer that they forgot how to defend, right? And I think that is the big difference that Saliba had in that game, because Saliba came off. I'm trying to look at the time he came off. I think Saliba came off in the 30th minute. He came off, and it just looks like France didn't know how to defend. And the one thing about them having Saliba at the back is the fact that he is so calm. He is a calm defender. He doesn't take decisions in a hurry. He's not in a rush to want to tackle. He is always calm. If he wants to go one-on-one on you, he is calm with it. He doesn't push. He doesn't do unnecessary, touching and all that. So definitely, I think the fact that he came out really early in the game, I think he came out in the 30th minute, that had a huge effect on France. A big, big effect on France, because that first goal, obviously, the first goal was scored, as I said, by Oyarzabal. It was Digne. Obviously, it was in the first half, and that was even before Saliba went out. But I still think that the fact that he now went out really did help, because that second goal, I think that if Saliba was it was still in the game, he would have been able to see that, because most times it's always at the back. It doesn't go forward to go and help with attack, right? And it wasn't like as if they played a corner. It was a case of them just trying to keep the ball, and they lose it in the midfield. Spain gets it, already. Porro is in the 18-yard box. The ball is passed to him. I'm even trying to Daniel Mo. Yes, Daniel Mo had like 2-3 players on him. Pedro gets the ball and shoots inside the box, the 18-yard, the net, right? It was in the 18-yard box and scored the goal. So definitely, I feel like France would have really hated themselves, because I feel like some of the decisions, yes, really didn't go in their favor. But then again, I feel like they honestly also didn't turn up. Kylian Mbappe had so many shots wasted. Dembele had shots wasted. Their decisions were so... yeah, the final touches were not consistent. Yeah, I feel like they were so much under pressure to get that goal that they were not calm enough to make sure that their decisions on the field were complete, right? They had so many incomplete passes. It was crazy. So, yeah, it was just bad. It was bad for France tonight. But I must say that this was down to, Spain just being the better side. They played well. And the fact that they didn't even concede against France, that has scored what? How many goals in this tournament? 16. They scored 16 goals, and 8 out of those 16 goals has been scored by Dembele. The fact that they had what? Maybe just two or three shots on target. They didn't even really stress Simeon. They didn't stress Spain goalkeeper. That guy was chilling at some point. Really. So yeah, I just feel like France could have done better, but I guess it's too late at this point because already Spain are in the final. They just have to wait to see what happens in the game between Argentina and England tomorrow. But man, just the fact that Spain is going to win a double, and this is down to just teamwork, right? I honestly don't want to even talk much about Lamine Yamal, because yes, he had an effect in the first goal that was scored for Spain. It was the one that was, tackled in the 8-yard box to get the penalty. But after that, I just feel like he went silent. He didn't have much effect. He didn't do so much in the game. Nothing really from him. So, to be honest, I feel like he can do better. And yes, there were videos circulating before this game that he said, he celebrated his 19th birthday yesterday, right? And he was saying, they have to get to the final. That is how the team wants to celebrate his birthday and all that. I guess they've done that. They've celebrated the birthday for him in a big way by getting into the final of the World Cup. So he has to do better. I think even Nico Williams coming on had a better performance than Yamal, who was starting the game. Nico Williams had a better performance. And that I can say. Even Merino also, he had an impact in a few minutes that he had in the game. So Yamal has to... Well, that's why it's a team sport. It's not an individual sport. When you are not turning up, you have your other players around you that will be there to just also do the work, right? But at the end of the day, Spain scores 2 goals and they're into the final of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, I don't know what you think of that game, because I know a lot of people will be so angry, especially people who bet. our betters. If you had the opportunity to listen to me on Sport Express this morning, I thought France were going to get the job done. And even though it seemed like the betting platforms had France more in favor, which makes sense, I also feel like Spain also had a little bit of chance, right? They were given chance to score. And maybe people felt that the first half was going to be a bit cagey, which it was. The second half was a bit open. But I'm sure that a lot of people who had actually bet that France was going to win the game, they will be so bad. They will be feeling bad, because a lot of people would have lost money. But for those who know that football can be an interesting game, I'm sure some of them would have also put their money on the fact that Spain can do a number on France. And that's exactly what happened. Anyways, guys, I don't know what you made of the game. Share in the comment section. I want to see the comments rolling in, okay? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me what you made of the game. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, okay? Please, it's absolutely free. You have the channel to grow, so please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Ensure to also, put on your post notification bells to get our latest video when they drop. And follow us on all our social media platforms at _official FSH. Guys, Spain has done it. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.